In this video, we will discuss about what is Ethereum plasma. Scalability is one of the major points of concern of the Ethereum blockchain. The current limitations faced by the network in terms of capacity and speed prevents it from being adopted on a larger global scale. The Ethereum plasma was proposed by Ethereum co-founder Vitalik Buterin together with Joseph Poon. The concept was born in August of 2017 as a scaling solution technique for the Ethereum blockchains. Along with the Thaddeus Dreja, Joseph Poon was also responsible for the conception of Lightning Network, which is scaling solution proposed of Bitcoin in 2015. Although the Plasma and Lightning Network were both proposed as scaling solutions for blockchain, each has its own mechanism and particularities. This article will briefly introduce the Ethereum Plasma, but keep in mind that Plasma alone is not a project, it is an off-chain scaling technique or framework for building scalable applications which can be implemented in distinct ways by different research groups or companies. How does Plasma work? The main idea of Ethereum Plasma is to establish a framework of secondary chains that will communicate and interact as sparingly as possible with the main chain. Such a framework is being designed to operate as a blockchain tree, which is hierarchically arranged in a way that numerous smaller chains can be created on the top of main one. These smaller chains are also referred to as a plasma chain or child chains. Not the side chains and plasma chains are similar but not the same thing. The plasma structure is built through the use of smart contracts and Merkle trees, enabling the creation of an unlimited number of child chains, which are essentially smaller copies of the parent Ethereum blockchain. On top of each child chain, more chains can be created, and this is what builds a tree like structure. Basically, each plasma child chain is a customizable smart contract that can be designed to work in a singular way, serving different needs. This means that the chains can coexist and operate independently. Eventually, Plasma will make it possible for business and companies to implement scalable solutions in various ways according to their specific context and needs. Therefore, if Plasma gets successfully developed and implemented into the Ethereum network, the main chain will be less likely to get congested because each child chain would be designed to work in a distinct way towards specific goals, which are not necessarily related to the goals of the main chain. As a consequence, child chains would elevate the overall work of the main chain. Fraud proofs. The communication between the child chain and the root chain is secured by fraud proofs, so the root chain is responsible for keeping the network secure and for punishing the malicious actors. Each child chain has its own mechanism for validating blocks and a particular fraud proof implementations, which can be built on the top of different consensus algorithms. The most common are proof of work, proof of stake, and proof of authority. The fraud proofs ensure that in case of malicious activity, users are able to report dishonest nodes, protect their funds, and exit the transactions. In other words, fraud proofs are used as a mechanism through which a plasma child chain flies a complaint to its parent chain or to the root chain. MapReduce. The plasma white paper also presents a very interesting application of the so-called MapReduce computations. Basically speaking, MapReduce is a set of functions that are very useful in organizing and computing data across multiple databases. In the context of Plasma, these databases are blockchains, and the tree-like structure of chains allows for MapReduce to be applied as a way to facilitate the verification of the data within the tree of chains, which greatly increases the efficiency of the network. Mass exit problem. One of the main points of concern with Plasma is the mass exit problem, which refers to scenario of which many users try to exit their Plasma chain at the same time, flooding the root chain and causing network congestion. This could be triggered by fraudulent activity, network attacks, or any other kind of critical failure that a Plasma child chain or a group of chains may present. Closing thoughts. Plasma is essentially an off-chain solution that strives to significantly increase the overall performance of the Ethereum network by creating a tree-like structure of numerous smaller chains These chains will elevate the work of main chain, which would be able to handle more transactions per second.